was the last thing I listened to before I went to bed. And in the night, God spoke to me very clearly. God said, take me an offering. This happened on Saturday night. And the next morning I told people, I said, look, God says, give him an offering. But many people did not believe it. They didn't take it seriously. Had they done that, they would have seen the mighty hand of God on their lives. Because God said it very loud, very clearly. He says, take me an offering. That's what I heard. Very loud. That's what he said in that passage. When God tells you to give an offering, believe in me, it means he wants to bless you. Never hesitate. When you feel compelled in your heart that, I should give this person something, do it. Don't think twice. Because that means there's a blessing coming onto you. But if you say, if I give this money, how can I make this? You will lose the blessing. Because what God's going to give you more than what you give. So God is just testing us. So God is able to make all grace abound towards you, that you have enough in all things. In other words, if you are willing in your hearts to give this offering, God will make it possible for you to give it. For instance, they ask, does anybody have money to donate to the church? And I say, I don't have money now, but God, I want to do this thing. Because you want to do it in your heart, God has seen it. And God will make it possible for you to donate that money, maybe in another week or two, or even a month. God will give you that grace. That's what it means, that your grace abound towards you, so that you have sufficiency in all things. It has written, he has dispersed abroad, has given to the poor, his righteousness remains forever. That means that those givers, God looks at them as very righteous. Let's go Psalm 112 verse 9. Psalm 112 verse 9. His righteousness endures forever. He has given to the poor. When you share your wealth with the poor, God will mightily bless you. There's no point giving money to people who already have money. No. Take your money outside to people who are really needy, who will bless you, and give it to them. And believe me, if they say bless you alone, they say bless you, you are going to be mightily blessed. Go on, Psalm 112, verse 9.
He has given freely to the poor.
Yes.
His righteousness endures forever.
Right.
His arm will be exalted in honor.
That's it. His arm will be exalted. That means God is going to promote you, grant his power. Now he that ministers seed to the sower, ministers bread for your food, and multiply your seed sown, and increase the fruit of your righteousness. Being enriched in everything to all bountifulness, which causes thanksgiving to God. That was God that gives you the power to sow it. Will make it possible to eat out of it. I said, multiply your seed sown. You see? Multiplication is and increase the fruits of your righteousness. So God looks at you as generous, as righteous. When you give to the poor, when you give of what you have, God looks at you as a righteous person. So it's always good to give. A good Christian is a giver. Is never miserly. Let's go to Matthew 6 verse 1. Matthew 6 verse 1. Matthew 6 verse 1. Matthew 6. So God loves a cheerful giver. That's exactly what happened to Abel. Abel gave to God cheerfully, not grudgingly. Whereas Cain gave to God grudgingly. Go on.
Beware of practicing your righteousness before men, to be noticed by them.
That's it.
Otherwise, you have no reward with your Father who is in heaven.
That is it. Beware that you don't do your charitable acts before men. In other words, if you want to give to somebody, you don't have to announce it on CNN, on television. You want to give scholarship to somebody, you want to give... No. So once you do that, God is not going to give you anything more. That's your reward. The fact that you've got people to say, how generous is he or is she? God says that's your reward. There was a man that was taken to heaven. This man was very, very rich. And when he got to heaven, he asked for his mansion. They showed him a little one. He said, that cannot be my mansion. Don't you know how much money I've given to many people? How many scholarships I've given? And all this. The angel said, yes, Pastor so and so. We know you're giving millions of dollars to people. He said, but every time you give the money, you announce it to everybody. So that was your reward. You don't get any more reward here in heaven because you've already got your reward because you told people and people have already said, oh, look at me. Said, that's your reward. He was shocked. He himself gave a testimony when he came to earth. He said that was when he knew that all this public giving is not of God. And actually gave all his wealth away after that time. He was very rich. He gave it all away. So the Bible tells us we must not announce our charitable acts. Say, if you do it secretly, God that sees secretly will what? Bless you openly. I mean, wondering, how come this person is so blessed? They don't know when you're giving money to the poor behind. You're not telling anybody. When you see someone on the streets, give them money, they don't know. God sees it, and God will bless you openly. So we learned a lot today that we must give cheerfully. No matter the cost, you can never outgive God. Abel gave the right offering to God. It must have cost him something, that firstling of the flock. Very expensive. And God accepted it. But Cain said, God should be happy with this. Do I have to buy a lamb? It should be enough for God. Just give him some vegetables and some fruits. And God rejected him. So, the supreme sacrifice is the death of our Lord Jesus Christ. That's the sacrifice you and I have to be under. Once you accept that and come to God, be accepted by him. May God bless whole words. Amen.